Good morning. Here's my outfit of the day. Today I am wearing a top that I believe is from New York & Company. It's either New York & Company or Old Navy. It's old and I didn't look beforehand. I'm wearing a body shaper underneath and some colored jeans that I got from Macy's a couple years ago. Some black flats from Macy's and a silver Fossil watch. And that's it. So I will talk to you guys on my way to work. It is 7:37 and it has been a hectic morning for a bunch of little reasons. I don't like my outfit today. That's because I didn't plan ahead last night, so I just had to piece some things together and I don't love it. And that put me behind schedule. So lesson learned, always have your clothes pulled out the night before to avoid hectic mornings like this. And then Genesis was just taking her sweet time this morning, going outside and using the bathroom. And then I spilled a little bit of coffee on myself. Then I had laundry I had to put away. And that has been my Monday morning so far. So anyway, let's take a deep breath. Let's move past that. As far as my weekend, Friday I got home and I was dead tired. I'm surprised that I was able to upload the vlog on time because I normally edit on Fridays at some point in the evening. And Friday I couldn't do anything. I was supposed to cook. I couldn't even find the energy to do that. The only productive thing I did when I got home is I did take Genesis on a walk because I felt bad for her. But I didn't cook, so Mimi, my sister, had to eat some leftovers. I had to piece together leftovers I had plus a salad I had in the refrigerator, and then I just had to sit on the couch. I was exhausted. So Saturday the cleaning lady came, so I went to my classroom, got some work done, came home, had to then edit the vlog, which made me nervous because sometimes you just never know, like you can have uploading issues or whatever, but luckily everything worked out. And I went to see Beauty and the Beast with my sister and my parents. My brother was at work. And then after that, we met up and had dinner with a student for my first year of teaching. Her name is Daisy. I had her when she was in the 5th grade, and she is now 23 years old. So we had dinner with her, and I met her boyfriend, and it was nice just to catch up with her because I hadn't seen her in probably over a year. On average, I would see her maybe once or twice a year, and we try and keep in touch. And she was just one of those students that was memorable. So my first year teaching, she was in my class. I was getting my master's and my teaching credential at the same time. And I went to Claremont Graduate University, and we had to do this ethnography study on 7 students where we had to really get to know students at school and at home. So we would do home visits. We interviewed the students, their parents, just learned about their family life and their background. And she was one of those students. And so that's how I got to know her especially well. So I've kept in touch with her and her family over the years. So that was nice. And then yesterday was just a typical Sunday. Aside from the fact that I had to go to the gym to make up for the day that I skipped last week. Went to the gym, did my grocery store runs, got a car wash, did some grading. The big news of Sunday is that my favorite salad at Panera is back, the strawberry poppy seed salad. So I had that for lunch, did some grading, and cooked, did laundry and all of that, and here I am. So today nothing special is going on. I don't have any meetings. Hopefully I get through introducing the state project to my class because open house is coming up, which is kind of a stressor. And the big focus of open house for me is always the state report. So I try and make it themed around U.S. history, specifically the Revolutionary War, and then the kids do state reports. So I'm going to do that. I need to kind of change something with it this year. The past couple of years I've been using Erasma, and Erasma is like an augmented reality app where you record students speaking, and then you create like this trigger image that is just basically a QR code, so that anytime you hover your phone or your iPad that has the app over it, the video of that student saying their little spiel about their state comes up. And the parents really like it, and I really like it, but the problem is the Wi-Fi was always bad. I only had so many iPads, and what always ended up happening is that I would have to walk around with my iPad and try and show parents. The audio was bad, so I'm trying to look for some different options for that. And I might try like a different app to see if that helps. Excuse me. And this might be the last time I do state reports in a long time, especially if I'm going to third. So I need to look at that. But I would like to get home at a decent hour because I just would like to. I've just been really tired. So that's pretty much it. I will try and check in with you guys. I have a feeling that the upcoming weeks, like the vlogs, may just be shorter because it's getting to be, well, no, it's not getting to be. It is that busy time of year. And so I just have realized that, especially last week, I get just really wrapped up in the stuff that I need to get done that I forget sometimes to take the camera out. And therefore I end up with less video to edit. So if they're shorter, that's why. It's not because I'm not interested in vlogging. It's just because I have become busy with trying to get through the end of the year, especially now that I have to take care of making sure all my supplies are checked into the school and everything is squared away before I leave for the summer. So I hope that you guys have a great day. I'm sure my day will get better because, you know, it's Monday morning and I was just running around like a crazy woman and getting dressed, but it will be fine, I'm sure. So I will talk to you guys later. Hey everyone, it is 5:10 and I'm going home. I intended to go home a little bit earlier, but as always, that didn't happen. I got a few messages from some of you on my last vlog and Instagram initially asking me if I was okay, and at first I didn't really know why people were asking me that. I didn't really know what was going on. And since then, I've learned that there was a shooting at a school in San Bernardino. And so you guys were checking in on me for that reason. And I, first of all, want to say I'm really touched that you guys reached out and thought to check in on me. I do live in Southern California, and I do live in that general area, but I am not, I don't live there. So my school and where we're at is safe. So we are fine. I just think it's really sad that that happened, obviously, and I don't want to say too much because I don't want to get political, but it's just unfortunate that a place like school, a place where you would think that your kids would feel the most safe and you would feel the most safe and protected, is not always the most safe place for you or teachers or employees or kids to be. So, but again, thank you guys so much for checking in on me. We're all safe. We are not anywhere near that school or near enough to be put in any sort of danger. So we are all fine. And my thoughts and prayers are with that school staff, because what a terrible day that is at school, and what a terrible memory to have associated with your school, whether you're an employee of the school or a student. So aside from that terrible situation, today was pretty typical for me. We got through a math lesson, we went to the library, and I have started checking in books that I know I no longer need for the school year, or books that I know I won't be using given the amount of time that's left in the school year. So when it comes to packing up my classroom and moving, I at this point don't think I have a lot of like paper and things like that I need to move, but I have a lot of books and resources checked out to me that belong to the school that I'm currently at. So I checked with my librarian this morning to ask her if it was okay if I progressively started checking these things in, like when I come bring my class to the library, can I check in some things? Can I check in some things after school? And both the librarians, we have one that works in the morning and one that works in the afternoon. Both of them were fine, and I think they prefer it because the end of the year for them is actually quite busy with everybody trying to check in. So my biggest stress with packing up is really just that. It's just making sure that everything that is physically checked out to me at that school is checked in, and I have nothing kind of hanging over my head. So I got some of that done today. When we went to the library, I introduced state projects to my class, so they chose their state. what I do is I give them some time to look at the states in their social studies book, the map. I had them choose their top 3, and then I use my Kagan student selector, which is just this little, it's a timer slash randomizer, and I just spin the spinner. It lands on a student number, and that student picks the state that they want, and then if their state is chosen, then they go to their second choice, third choice, and hopefully they get one of the 3. So they've all picked their state. I never allow a student to do the state of California because I just think that would be too easy. And I typically introduce it in parts. So the first part that I introduced today was I do have the kids write a letter to the state's governor. So this is their persuasive letter, which allows me to teach persuasive writing. And they have to research an environmental issue that is plaguing that state. And then they have to kind of brainstorm some ideas or some solutions to that environmental issue, and then write a persuasive letter to convince the governor to listen to their ideas or look into helping to improve this environmental issue, whatever the case may be. So I have them write the letter, I have them type it up, and I ask for 2 copies. 1 copy goes on the writing wall for open house. The second copy I ask them to provide me along with a self-addressed stamped envelope, and then I mail the letters for them. And I tell them in years past, usually at minimum 5 kids that I know of will get a letter back from the governor, and it's a big deal for the kids that get it. They're really excited. I've had a couple of summers where students have reached out to me through email and said, oh, you know, my governor wrote me back, and they're just really excited because I would be excited if I was a 5th grader and I wrote a letter to a governor and I got a letter back from the governor. I would feel very impressed with myself. So that was the part that I introduced today. There are some other parts that I will show them, and I usually make this whole thing due the day of open house because they make a little display board. I do not like storing projects in my classroom. If they bring it in early, I am that teacher that will say, please take it back home. I don't want it until the due date because then my classroom just becomes very cluttered with projects all over the place. So we did that, and we also played a Kahoot game to review some Wonders vocabulary. Deficiency notices and progress reports are due. Basically, progress reports are due Friday. Deficiencies are attachments to the progress report for any student that is performing below the satisfactory level. So luckily I updated my grades when I went into my classroom over the weekend. So my grades are as updated as they're going to be at this point. So I just need to put comments in, and I'm going to type those up tonight. But I didn't want to do it in the classroom. I wanted to go home and do that. So I'm pulling up to my condo now, so I'm going to go home. No, I am home. I'm going to walk Genesis, and I kind of need to go to Target because I forgot to get dishwasher pods, but I don't really feel like going today, so I might not. We might be doing some hand washing of dishes tonight, and then I'm going to work on my comments for my progress reports. So that's it. Sorry, all the footage today is in the car, but it was just one of those days. You guys didn't miss anything too exciting. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Once again, thank you to everyone that checked in to make sure I was okay. I'm doing fine. And I will see you guys in the morning. Bye. Good morning. Here's my outfit of the day. Today I am wearing some jeans and a school shirt because we are taking the 5th grade panoramic picture, and all the 5th grade teachers like to dress the same for the purposes of the picture. So the 5th graders will be wearing their 5th grade shirts, and we will be wearing these shirts. And I'm wearing my red Chucks and a silver watch, and that's it. So I will talk to you guys later. It's 6:30. I got home maybe a half hour ago and just realized I didn't vlog at all today except for my outfit of the day. I don't know if you can tell, but I am in my pajamas because I came home from my meeting, took a shower, and just as I was about to put on my pajamas, realized I didn't check in at all. So we had work today, obviously, and then right after school I had to go to a ETA meeting, so I went to that, and I thought it would be done much quicker than it was, but it wasn't. It lasted about an hour longer than what I thought. So, and then on the way to that meeting, I realized I forgot some stuff at school. So after the meeting, I had to go home or go to school, pick up the stuff that I forgot because I needed it. and then I got home, took a shower, and here I am. So luckily I don't have to cook tonight. My sister's off, so she's cooking the Blue Apron meal tonight. It will be chicken under a brick or something. I'll try and show it to you guys. And then I'm going to spend my night grading those journals that I was supposed to get done last week that I didn't get done because I'm still behind. But I definitely wanted to check in before the day was up. Maybe I'll vlog a little bit later. Maybe I'll show you what we're having for dinner. It just depends on how long it takes me to get these journals graded. So if not, I'll say goodnight or bye for now. If I can check in later, I will. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Good morning. Here's my outfit of the day. Today I'm wearing a pair of pants that I've worn earlier in the school year. They're very comfortable. I got them from Macy's, and I'm wearing it with the white top, excuse me, this time from Target, a jean jacket from Macy's, and these Steve Madden sandals that are pretty old. And then I have a silver Michael Kors watch on underneath. So this is it. I'll talk to you guys later.
We would put V equals L times W times H. And then you put, and then next you would put V equals 6 times 3 times 4.
Where are you getting the numbers from? 6 times 3 times 4?
From the length and the width times the height. I did number 8. No, we'll put it on.
Okay.
Do it. And 6 times 3 equals 18, so you put V equals 18 times 4. And then you would have to do the math on the side. 18 times 4, you would multiply that. It says 10 cubes paper clips in a box that is shaped. That is the shape of a cube. Each side of the cube is 3 inches. What is the volume of the box? So the first thing I would do is put V equals length times width times height. Then I will put V equals 3 times 3 times 3.
How do you know it's 3 times 3 times 3? Oh, I'm sorry.
Because it says each side of the cube is 3 inches.
Okay.
And then I would put V equals 9 times 3 because 3 times 3 equals 9, and we have one last 3 to multiply with, so then we'll multiply that together. So then it would be V equals 27 cubic inches. 9 because 3 times 3 times 3. Do you think I'm right? Yes. I think you are 100% correct. Okay.
Yeah.
Can I just help? But like, can I finish? So can I just
No, you can have a seat and relax for a few minutes.
Okay, I think I only have one last one. And that is number 8. Oh wow, I really know that one. So first you would put V equals length times width times height, because that's just a formula for volume. And then you would put V equals 6 times 3 times 4, because the length is 6, the width is 3, and the height is 4. Okay. And then you would put V equals 18 times 4. Then you would have to do the math, so put it vertically if you like, and do 18 times 4. And then that would be your answer. 72 cubic inches. I can do number 7. So I don't need that. 72. I think you're 100% correct. So wait, which one is it? Like the formula. Like, what is the formula of every rectangle? That's what we're supposed to do. Have a great day. You too. Thank you.
Hey guys.
You know what's weird? Oh my gosh. Like, do you look here or up there?
I feel like I'm always looking in the thing.
In the camera. That's a good person right there.
To see.
Yes.
Where are you looking?
Well, now I'm looking there, but I feel disconnected from the viewer because I don't know.
You want to look there?
It's fine. I'll look down there.
All right. So this is Liza. You guys know. Some of you have been asking about her, so I thought she can tell you what's up with her next year. It's been a rough day for us. It's spring.
Sorry, I had to exhale
It's
like that.
spring in the 5th grade.
A lot of drama.
So there's a lot going on. The kids are getting real loose.
Yeah.
The teachers are getting real tired. Plus we've started points and money, so there's all this extra stuff that we have to keep track of.
Yeah.
But a couple of you have asked if Liza is transferring with me, and I thought I'd let her answer what she's doing next year, and then we could talk about it.
Totally.
So what are you doing next year?
First of all, I was very touched that some of you asked about me.
Aww.
And you see just the friendship that is between us. And I want you guys to know that it was this one that decided to ruin our working relationship. Next year, it is very true. Next year, I will be transferring to my daughter's school.
She has two girls.
2 girls. They are in TK and in 3rd grade. And I just wanted not only a change, but to be able to see my girls more often. And right now I do a job share. I don't know if they know that, but I take 1 day off a week to be with my girls. So it was kind of beneficial, where next year now I'll be with them all the time, so I don't have to job share. So it's more income for my family, and I can really see what they're doing down there.
So that's why she decided to transfer. So she's transferring. We're both in the same district, but we're just transferring to 2 different schools. So she's going to one school, and she found out she's teaching 4th grade.
Yes.
I'm transferring to the new school, and I'm teaching 3rd. So I think the hardest part for us, like, we're excited.
Yeah.
But we're sad because now we won't be teaching together, which is one thing. But not only that, we won't be teaching together, but we won't be on the same campus. So we won't necessarily, we're trying to finagle a way, but right now we don't have a plan to see each other every day. She's trying to get me to join Orange Theory.
Have you guys tried Orange Theory?
If you have one, you should try it. Like, it's this gym where you pay a different amount of money depending on how often you want to go. And she just joined because she's on a fitness kick right now. She wants to lose weight, but I'm sure you can see she has no weight to lose.
I do. But yes, you know, this one over here goes 5 days a week and just will knock it out by herself. I need a class pressure, if you will.
Yeah, so Orange Theory is like an intense workout class where they monitor your heart and all that. So she wants me to join Orange Theory because then we can work out together in the mornings during the school year. But I just haven't done it because it's a great program, but it is a little bit pricey for someone that wants to go frequently. Yeah. So right now, the sad part is we don't know if we'll see each other every day. And we were hoping
She doesn't seem that broken up.
I am.
Which really hurts my feelings. It's like I wander these halls. Like, remember that's where
I am.
Big talk about Jersey Shore, and remember over there. And she's like, I'm so excited. Time to pack up. Like,
not
that's how she is
true.
all the time.
I liken it to going to college. Like, I was excited to go to college, but I was sad to leave. So I am sad.
Does she look sad to you?
I am very sad, and plus she knows I don't cry.
Well, I wish you could at least muster up a tear. That would make somebody
maybe on the last day I'll just let one little gangster tear just come out.
Just right here.
Just one.
Stab it.
But that's like the sad part. Plus a lot of our friends are here. Like, I developed other friends here, but you know, obviously we're the closest because we've taught together. So that will be sad.
Totally.
I don't even know what else to say about that. The other thing that I realized, I didn't tell you this, but the other sad part is that
You didn't tell me this?
No. I just realized not too long ago, the other thing that I'll miss is that we get to see a lot of our former students here because our classroom is on the back side of the campus up against the playground, and the kids that we had in previous years, a lot of them come from the middle school and they have to cross our playground to go home. So we see them quite frequently and they'll stop by and say hi. And now I'm going to a school where it's nowhere near our current feeder school, so I won't see those kids, and she's on the other side of town. So I know in a couple of vlogs I've mentioned, oh, I was talking to a former student, and it's usually because they're just coming from the middle school, and so I feel like I won't see them
just
often.
Today we had somebody who made a point to come and see us and say hi.
And he's in 9th grade?
Ninth grade?
Yeah, he's in 9th grade, and he wasn't even, was he your student?
No.
He wasn't even one of our students. It was just a 5th grader that, you know, he has a good sense of humor, so we always would have fun with him. But so yeah, here she is. I just wanted to give her a minute to tell her where she's going.
Nice to ask. Our days are numbered. We have 32 school days left.
And we have to reacclimate ourselves to a new staff because her and I really do have...
We have silent conversations with our eyes. We can look at somebody and look at each other and we all know what we're thinking.
and we can say things and know that we're not being judged. Like sometimes if you don't know me, it sounds like I'm being very mean, but I'm not. And she knows that, and now we have to both go in like,
now if I look at somebody trying to have a silent conversation, they'll be like, why are you looking at me? I don't get it.
Like, so. Yeah. But
hopefully, I mean, the people she vlogs about next year, I mean, you don't know. They might be like, I'm not comfortable being on a vlog. You don't know.
I hope not. I vlogged some of it, and none of them seem to have said,
did you get
put the camera down.
from all of them?
I didn't.
No, I just see some waving. I think Jenny,
if you watch, she saw your
struck a pose. You're real sassy, Jenny.
We used to teach with that teacher before.
We did.
But there was something else I was going to say. I can't remember.
What were you going to say? We're just very tired. We need some words of encouragement.
We're really tired. I really feel like I'm just surviving right now. I'm not thriving. I don't feel like a good teacher. I am literally counting down the days right now. And
on Monday, I was asking if it was Wednesday. And I really thought it was.
This has been like the slowest week.
Yeah.
It's been the slowest week. So I'm sure you guys will see more of her. I think it will hit us when we pack up our classroom and we're driving to a totally different campus next year. Yeah. So, but anyway, we're gonna try and clean ourselves up and go home.
Wednesday, happy hump day.
So, hope you guys are surviving out there.
Are they on spring break?
Like it varies. Like some people have been on and some haven't, but I think most of them have been on spring break. So, anywho,
thanks for checking in, you guys. I feel
she was touched.
I was very touched. I had to go on and pop on the comments to see for myself.
She thought I was lying.
Seriously, you guys are such good friends.
Thank you. We will talk to you guys later. Bye. Good morning. Here's my outfit of the day. Today I'm wearing my leggings from J. Crew, excuse me. I am wearing this brown top from New York & Company that I've had for a long time. This cardigan is from Ross, and it's old as well. And then I'm wearing my boots from Nordstrom, a gold Michael Kors watch, some Alex and Annie bracelets, and then this necklace that you guys have seen many times before that I think I said was from Charming Charlie. So that is it. I'll talk to you guys later. Hello. It is 4:57 and I'm leaving work. And I'm just gonna say, you know, I'm not gonna go into detail after I say this, but I'm just gonna say as I back out of my parking spot that I really don't like passive-aggressive behaviors, and some people enjoy making those passive-aggressive behaviors, and they're just annoying. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. Anyway, I'm leaving. It's Thursday. It's Friday Eve. Thank the Lord. As I said with Liza yesterday, this has been the longest week, and I think across the board at my school right now, a spring fever is officially in the air at our school, which sounds like it might be a good thing, but those of you that teach know that spring fever is not necessarily something you want to be experiencing. I think there's a fire somewhere near here because it is very smoky and it is a very smoky smell. Sorry. I have officially, because spring fever is in the air, have had to do the following with my class this week. For the week, the boys in my class have been banned from first playing basketball because they were either getting overly emotional about it or overly aggressive. So we said no basketball for the week. Then they picked up bouncy balls, like handballs, and they were playing dodgeball, which sounds fine, but then they turned that into some extreme form of dodgeball where they were literally hurling balls at each other with the sole intent of trying to hit each other in the head, in the face. And so then we gave them a warning and said, if you guys continue to play rough like that, not only will you not have basketball, but now you will have no ball at all to be able to play with. So we gave them that warning at morning recess. By lunch, they were still doing it. So then we said, no recess balls, period. And of course they looked around like, what on earth shall we do? And so Liza and I said, we're not really sure what you guys are going to do. You might be playing a nice game of Ring Around the Rosie, hopscotch, jump rope. We don't know. Figure it out. So today my mom came over for lunch and we were having lunch in my classroom and my door was open and my classroom faces the playground. And so I can see what's happening out at recess. at lunch recess. So, of course, being the person I am, I would just occasionally glance up to make sure I saw no 5th grade boys playing basketball. And for the majority of lunch, that was the case. And then suddenly I look up and I see 2 of my kids very heavily involved in a game of basketball. So I go out, I call the proctor over and ask her to send, at first I thought it was several boys, but it turns out it was just 2 of my boys. The other boys that I saw were from Mrs. Haston's class, and Mrs. Haston's class was not restricted, or her boys were not restricted from playing basketball this week. So she sent my 2 students over. And I was like, what are you guys doing? They at first tried to convince me that they weren't playing, that they were watching the game. So then I had to explain, no, watching the game would be you sitting on the bench in front of the court watching. But what I saw was you guys running with them from one end of the court to the other. So then I said, I think I literally said, please don't come to me with that story. Then they said, one of them said, we were refereeing the game. And I said, no, like, you're not going to be refereeing the game. It, again, didn't look like you were reffing the game. It looked like you were playing. And they've never had referees in their basketball games before. So I said, no, you guys are going to need to pull a ticket for following directions. And I'm going to charge you. I don't remember how much I said I was going to charge them. But they were charged classroom money. So then I went back in my classroom, finished my lunch. Then I went to the restroom, came back towards the playground. And then I saw one of those 2 boys now playing tetherball with another kid in my class. So he claims that Mrs. Chu and I said that they could play tetherball, which I said we did not say no recess balls at all. You have tetherball. So that happened. Then during lunch, Mr. John, our custodian, told me that my class, their behavior in the cafeteria has just been completely and totally unacceptable. Last week, they won an award for having good behavior in the cafeteria during lunch. And this week, I guess they felt like, okay, we won the award, it's time to let loose. So he said that he's given them numerous warnings. They've been spoken to, and they just are not responding to that. So when lunch was over, I went to pick up my class and said, we are now going to assigned seating in the cafeteria. And now we are not speaking at all in the cafeteria. We're just going to go in there, sit next to sit in our assigned seats, eat our lunch, and exit the building. And they will be in those assigned seats quietly having their lunch until the end of the school year. So, of course, I had kids saying, well, it wasn't me, or I wasn't involved, and it wasn't loud. And so I had to explain to them that typically if it's just a couple of students that they're having issues with, the custodian or the lunch ladies will tell me it is this person and this person. I said, but when there's so many of you doing that they can't identify who it is, and it's just a collective problem, then it's a classroom problem. And so I taught them the whole notion of, again, when, you know, if you play on a sport or you work in a group activity or your parents have taught you this moral, sometimes when one falls, we all fall. When one of us makes a mistake, then it reflects poorly upon all of us, and we all have to take responsibility for it. So they had a rough afternoon. They were not happy with that. So then I added to their homework, they have math, and I said, you will also be writing a letter of apology to Mr. John, our custodian, and the cafeteria staff, and that is a part of their homework, and they will be turning that in tomorrow, and I will be sure to drop those apology letters off to the cafeteria when I get them. So I know it's not just my class, because every teacher on my campus, and I'm sure if you're a teacher out there, it just has this look of like, what is going on? And I think for us, the principal and the secretary was saying we had spring break a week earlier than we normally do this year, and for kids it just seems like once they come back from spring break, their mind is already on like, okay, it's summer break practically, and they just get loose and they just start doing things that they know they have no business doing. And teachers go into survival mode. Like, we're just counting the days at this point, because now we're tired, because it's a lot of redirecting, and then you feel like you're just nagging the whole day, and it's just not what you want to be doing. So that was the gist of my day today. On top of that, we finished the Go Math book. Like, we are done with the book. We have taught all the chapters, all the lessons. And so for homework tonight, I assigned them like a page of a review test. So I said, now we're getting ready for the state test. So this page I'm assigning you covers all the lessons not all of them, but a variety of lessons that you've learned. And it's this little booklet that they got in the very beginning of the school year that I said you either need to just keep this in your desk at all times or keep it in your backpack, because we will use it eventually, but it will be near the end of the year. So a good proportion of kids had theirs, but the majority of the class couldn't find it. Then they tried to convince me that I never gave them that book. I never had that book checked out to them. There's no way possible. And I had to say, well, then how is it that these kids have it? Like, you know, so there was all that drama. So I thought they had access to it online, but for some reason when they log in as a student, this book is not available to them. So I had to upload a copy of the homework onto Schoology. So it's been a day. It's been a busy day of little hiccups here and there, let's just say. So if you can't tell, just pulled into my garage. I am home. I am going to walk my little dog and cook and grade some more journals. And that's pretty much it. So I will see you guys tomorrow on Friday. Thank God. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye. Good morning. Here's my outfit of the day. I am wearing jeans because it's Friday, a blue top because it's one of our school colors, and a gray cardigan. Some black sandals that you guys have seen many times before from Steve Madden, and a silver Fossil watch. So that's it. I'll talk to you guys later. It's Friday and I'm on my way home from the longest, not only week, but the longest day that I've had. I just felt like this week dragged and dragged on, and today just was a bumpy ride, rough day in room 27. And my kids, I just don't know. I think they're just ready for summer. And you know what? I don't blame them, because I'm ready for summer too. But we have about a month to go, so we're going to have to hold it together. Nothing really spectacular happened in class today. They had some tests that they needed to take. I gave them the rest of the pieces of their state project, and I think what I realized, I haven't shown you what that is. I will try and show you guys what I have them do on Monday. It's nothing really extremely fantastic. I'm not even necessarily in love with it anymore, but given the fact that this is my last year teaching fifth for the time being, I had to choose sanity and just stick with what I know, and so I just kept it simple and just kept this project pretty basic. So we went over that so that when they finish their tests, if they finish their tests and they had classmates still working, they can kind of start actively working on these different parts of their state project. And then we attempted to go over the math homework from last night, but that didn't happen because I had to give quite a few lectures. They're just extremely talkative. They're extremely chatty. I have a couple of kids that are consistently being disruptive, despite the fact that they're slowly but surely losing points that they need to go to these end of the year fifth grade activities. And so I've had to stop and do a lot of redirecting and talking. And it got to the point where I had to just let the kids know, if they couldn't tell already, I had to let them know that I was just very dissatisfied and very displeased with their behavior. And then it got really quiet and uncomfortable for a little while. Then they had PE, which is a little bit longer today. And then by the time PE was over, it was time to go. I had them pack up, and then I had to give them their progress reports before the day was up. So I'm glad it's Friday, because quite frankly, I need a couple of days to just reset myself. I hate the days where I leave the classroom feeling like I was the meanest teacher on the face of the planet. And I know that the kids don't enjoy me in a bad mood, and so it just feels bad. So I'm glad the week is over. Aside from that, I think we're just in that odd time of the school year. I had to repeatedly ask Liza if it was okay for me to go home with just papers to grade, because we have 1 week of pretty much test review, which is next week. So next week is the last week before we start SBAC testing, which is our state testing. And then the next week and then some after that is actual SBAC testing. So I felt bad that I hadn't really lesson planned for next week, because I'm just accustomed to on Friday being like, okay, what are you doing next week? But the reality is next week is just going to be a lot of review. So a lot of math review. And I already know where I'm pulling the resources for that. We will probably do some form of a pause on wonders and just kind of go back and do some review and kind of get them acquainted with the level of questioning they're going to be asked for the SBAC test. But I don't know if it will be a full formal study of a unit in wonders, and we need to go through a practice science test and kind of get them used to that. So right now everything's just kind of all over the place, and so there really is nothing for me to plan because everything is just going to be like based on what I want to review with the class at that time. So it just feels awkward and wrong to leave to just leave with papers to grade, but things are literally winding down. We get out of school on May the 25th, so we're just shy of that 1 month mark before the school year is up. So needless to say, I am happy it's Friday. I don't even know what else to say. I have a massive headache, and I just had a rough day. I had a really, really, really rough day with my class, and I don't know how else to put it. So I'm gonna go walk my dog Genesis, and this will probably be the last time that I talk to you guys for the week. I hope you guys had a great week. Again, thanks to everyone that checked in on me when they heard about the school shooting in San Bernardino, knowing that I live in Southern California, in the Los Angeles area. Was touched that you guys were concerned. Liza also wanted me to again extend her thanks. She is really touched that you guys were asking about her and are curious as to know where she's going next year and what's going on with her. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for subscribing. Please give this video a thumbs up. Thanks for hanging in there with me. The school year is almost up, and you guys have been a welcome addition to my school year. But I am looking forward to the school year being over and taking a break and just getting a fresh start at a new place. So I'm officially rambling because I'm tired and I don't know what else to say. So I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye. Thanks again, and I will see you guys on Monday. Hopefully Monday will be a better day for me and my students. So I will talk to you guys later. Bye, everyone.